What's going on, everybody? This is JVB with another episode of the Post Game Report. I'm going to try to do very, very small episodes daily. Yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. It's also therapeutic. So, as some of you might know, I'm dealing with a head injury. It's been a year. Surprisingly so, it's been a year. And sometimes you will hear me slur words. And so, me podcasting every day is a good way to deal with that and to try to remedy and to not medicate, but to self heal, I guess. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But today marks the official pre order date for the new Xbox that's coming out, the Xbox Series. And so it had me thinking of the days when I pre ordered the Xbox 360. I had the original Xbox, and of course, I bought it for Halo. And I played the hell out of Halo 2. But like most console generations, eventually I got tired of the Xbox. Not because of the games or the console, but because I was ready for a new generation. I saw previews of upcoming games for the Xbox 360, and I just couldn't wait. So I remember when we had the official pre-order date for the Xbox 360. And back then, you didn't have a bunch of retailers taking online pre-orders. You had to physically go somewhere and pre-order these consoles. Now, luckily back then, there were also plenty of GameStops. Actually, I had two right across the street from me, so I can pre-order them in one of those two GameStops. And one of the GameStops actually knew who I was because I bought video cards for my computers. I bought the Xbox, the original, the GameCube, so on and so on. And I used to always go there to buy games and talk to the employees about video games. So I remember a friend of mine and myself, we went as soon as the pre-orders went live, hoping that we can get on a list. It was a simple piece of paper. They put our names in a notebook, as a matter of fact. We put our money down. I believe it was $50. And I remember I had enough time to save up for it. Now I was able to trade in two Xbox consoles. And we're talking about a span of months. So I believe there was, a 3-month gap or something like that from when I pre-ordered the Xbox 360 to when it actually released. So I remember, because I was unemployed back then. I had got laid off from my elevator job. So I remember thinking, like, man, what a time to get laid off, But I had the two Xbox consoles, so I traded those in. That really helped. And then I had a stash of money that I had been saving anyway, just for the Xbox 360. So I was somewhat prepared. And then, of course, little by little, because I still had a PC, so I was still playing those games. So I remember little by little, I started trading in some stuff. Of course, I did not trade in Halo 2 because I knew Halo 2 was going to be playable on the Xbox 360. So the day came to pick up my Xbox 360. Back then, of course, you had the midnight release. Now, my friend didn't want to go at midnight. He wanted to go early in the morning, so he and we went at 8 a.m. to pick up our Xbox 360s. And I still remember, and this is why I say that the physical console, there's no need for it to go away. Because I remember the day when I went to pick up my Xbox 360, the feeling of giving them my name, even though they already knew my name, showing them the receipt to verify I was who I was, and seeing that there were other people there waiting for their consoles and they were excited. And the moment they gave me that bag, it, it was like Christmas all over again, as an adult, of course. And my friend and I, we were walking home because he was able to he actually took the morning off from work. He walked to my house. Once again, my house literally across the street from the GameStop. And actually it's still there, but it's closed because the malls are still closed because of, COVID. So, we walked to my house. I unboxed mine, and now, previous to this, I was seeing unboxing on YouTube, especially from Major Nelson. As once again, I used to watch and listen to Major Nelson a long time ago. So I saw a bunch of unboxings, and I remember thinking, like, man, when am I going to get the chance to unbox mine? Feels like November is taking too damn long to get here. So I remember unboxing mine, looking at it and thinking, wow, this is a beautiful console. And we hooked it up. The first game I owned, I believe, was Perfect Dark Zero. We played a little bit of that. And then he went to work and I just kept going. I remember setting up Xbox Live. And the great thing, and here's the other thing. Back then, Xbox Live wasn't as huge as it was once the Xbox 360 console took off. But it was growing. And my friends and I, we were calling each other constantly during the launch of the Xbox 360. As soon as I got mine, I called my boys up and I'm like, yo, we're heading to my house now. I'm going to set it up. Are you home? They're like, yeah, I took the day off. So once I set everything up, boom, we went right into multiplayer for Perfect Dark Zero. And then we were like, let's try out Halo 2. And of course, with Halo 2, we just stood playing the entire day and night. So there's a lot of great memories with the Xbox brand. Even with the Xbox One, I remember buying the PlayStation 4 a week before and then having to pick up my Xbox One the following week. And I remember thinking to myself and looking back to that moment when I was struggling to finance my Xbox 360 and thinking, holy crap, I am very fortunate to have the luxury of being able to buy the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One at launch a week apart. Now, I'm not going to do that this time. I'm sticking with the PlayStation 5 for now. Even though, as I stated yesterday, the acquisition from Microsoft to buy Bethesda, it's huge. But those games already exist in the market, and it really doesn't change the entire outcome or the perspective of within the industry. It's huge. A lot of people are praising Microsoft for taking that acquisition and possibly expanding their Game Pass ecosystem. So it's a great move, but those games already exist. So we have to see what the future brings. So as of now, it really doesn't change much. And currently, the PlayStation brand is at the top of its game. And we know anything can change. But for now, I'm sticking with the PlayStation 5. I have my PlayStation 5 pre-ordered through Target. In another hour or less, people are going to be able to pre-order the Xbox Series. So we'll see. Of course, there are limited supplies out there, and that's not surprising. COVID has really messed up a lot of things. It's going to happen with the iPhone. It's going to happen with a lot of items from the tech industry. So it is not surprising to hear that there is limited amounts of consoles available. Some people are going to use that as some type of fuel to generate clicks and make fun of Xbox or PlayStation, and it's going to be, we're going to see some crazy shit on Twitter. But for those that are excited, you should be having a brand new console, pre-ordering it, and then waiting for the launch date. There is something exciting about that, and a lot of us tend to forget that. I've been gaming since I was 7 years old. I'm 48 now, so 41 years I've been gaming, and as I got older, the console launch was a big deal. It became a big deal. So that feeling never goes away. If you've been gaming as long as I have, you totally understand where I'm coming from. That feeling of pre-ordering a console is awesome. And then waiting, takes forever. Even though it's, only a few months away. Well, less than a few months. So good luck to those pre-ordering, and let me know. Let me know in the comments section if you pre-ordered an Xbox Series X or an Xbox Series S, and what games you're looking forward to. So I'm JVB. This has been another episode of the Postgame Report. Talk to you later.